Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Alawan from CZT Tina Hunziker. Okay, this is another neat tangle in kind of the Valentangle series, being that it's still February, not quite to Valentine's Day yet. Actually, it is a week from, oh no, a week from yesterday. And my seeking out of heart-shaped tangles, or there are some other ones too that kind of go with the Valentine season, and I might add some of those in between now and Valentine's Day. But I've been looking for ones that don't start with H, just because it's kind of fun to do, and that's just how I work, apparently. All right, so I've been playing with this one. I have some samples to share, but I think I have been doing them a little bit too small. So this one, I'm going to do these on purpose, telling myself now, do them bigger. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so this one starts off with hearts. Now, you can fill a section if you want to. You could have them, like trail up, kind of like a border, or however you want to have them be. All right, so I'm going to, like I said, bigger. Yes, Heather, bigger than you think. Way bigger than you think. Okay, there we go. That looks nice. Now, one of the things that I noticed in Tina's step out is that they all do seem to connect. Like touching here, or touching in some way. She didn't really say that in what was written, at least on the Tangle Pattern site. That's why I like to have those links there, so that way then you can go and see. Maybe I'll just do like 4. We'll see what I can fit here, because I wanted to try to shade it a certain way. Ooh, let's do that. And but I needed them to be bigger, so we're gonna try it. There we go. Okay, so once you have your hearts placed however you want them, then the next step is to do this. It's like a little print top, sort of. A little curly Q coming out of the center of that heart, so, and aiming towards each side. She made hers really nice and rounded, and I need to go back and look at them closer. Every time I do it, I'm like, well, I need to go look at that again, and make the screen big enough so I can see it. Okay, so once you have this, then we're going to kind of use the takeoff and land idea, and we're going to draw, kind of a curved line coming from the side of this down to the bottom of the heart. So I'm just tracing over a little bit and coming down like that. And I'm adding a little bit of a curve in there. Kind of, sometimes I'm auraing that side. Like so. And last one. Okay. Then I'm going to turn my tile upside down. And looking, this is what she did in the step out. Now I have to go back and remember and reread. But I think this is a place where if you wanted to decorate it any way you found to decorate it, of course you could. But I'm going to do it like she did in the step out. And that is to basically draw a straight line from those curly cues. It's still in the heart, because we're, here's the center of that heart. So it's a straight line down, straight-ish line. Because if it kind of has a bend in it, I kind of go with it. Then I'm drawing some curved lines, and I'm spacing them, well, however I end up seeing fit. A lot of times I like to go in the center and then subdivide and subdivide, but this one I've decided not to do that. And actually, let me see if this, sometimes doing the flip side, you know, sometimes the reason that we like to turn our tiles is so that way there's a consistency with the curve. I don't know if I hit that or not on that one, but it looks nice. And I think, like this one, I have this, this one is kind of a little lopsided, so I'm following, what that curve would be, and I think that that's nice to do. It adds character. And sometimes if you don't like what, what your hand has done sometimes, I think I'm still going to do it this way. Sometimes just adding that curve in and adding some character just kind of saves it. Or at least, if it just makes you smile. That's what we aim for. This is all about our own individual journey in Zentangle. It's not about replicating, although I really do like to replicate things and see how close I can get. But at the same time, there is also, for me, there's fun in doing that and seeing how close I get. But then at the same time, not taking myself 100% serious and getting all bent out of shape if it's not perfect. So, all right, and there we go. Okay. All right, and now I think this. Well, we'll just see. It might be. I don't think it's too thin to do. I wanted to try to shade this a certain way. I can show you these other ways that I've done it, but I wanted to try this. Yeah, so this is basically it. So like I said, you can have it, traveling up which way you want. You can have it filling in like this. It is up to you. And so what I'm doing is just putting some graphite on this line. And actually, if it's a little dense down here, that's okay. So some other ways you can do this, which I will share. You could do it on the outside, which I have a sample of that here. Or you could put some, down at the base and then up at the tip and then shade. I usually do like about 2 or a third of the way in, so that way you have the natural tile color there. So that way it will look like it is shiny. I couldn't think of the word. Okay, and so now I'm carefully taking my tortillon. Oh yes, and this one is quite beat up, isn't it? But the tip is pretty good, and so I'm just being really careful, because what I want to do, and I'm using my scooching technique. Let's see. Let's take a look at that. Let me take a look in the camera. Oh, yes. So what it's creating kind of like a curve going in towards the center. And that's what I was wanting. But to do this, you really need to have enough space, so that way, you're not just filling this all in with the gray graphite. Now I'm also thinking, so you could do this, a couple ways. And then, this one I'm getting a little bit sloppy. Let's see if I can just get it on I got a little bit on the inside, but it's okay. You could just do it on the inside. And so what that would do is it would kind of sink the center part down a bit. This one was like, I've got the graphite on the inside. And just working carefully. Let's see. And again, you want to have some gradient. Oh, see, look at how neat that looks. And I'm really feeling that it needs to have some up here. Let's just use what's left on the tortillon and see what that looks like. Yeah. maybe up a little bit. Yeah, and just play. Let's see about that. Oh, maybe. But it's one of those, well, now that I've started, and again, I'm just trying to use what's on the tortillon. And so I'm coming back and I'm grabbing some. Yeah, I think I need to have this in here just because it's making it look like something else. Yeah! Oh, how neat. So now they look like kind of like leafy hearts. And you know what? I'm going to bring this in just a little bit because... Oh, yes. Yes. Because it was telling me to do that. Uh-huh. Yeah. So now I've... Oh, that looks so cool. So I've like separated the center part, popped it up over or out of the heart, where before it was just kind of like in there. Now it's like sticking up. How neat is that? This just never gets old, I'm telling you that. All right, so this is Alawan. Now here I did it with, actually let me flip that just because I have the camera angled so that we can see the pen tip and then it distorts things. This I decided to do on the outside of all of them, and it has a neat look. It kind of pops all of it up off. But these are way too small to do this. Way too small. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe if I focused on just the inside, and then some would have bled on the outside a little bit. It might work. And then this one, I just kind of threw up color all over it. Just kidding. And then, well, you can kind of see I added some swoosh marks with the white jelly roll. You know, it's like, oh, let's see if we can rescue it, and you know. It kind of. You can see him. I'm not completely tickled with that one, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta play, and that's fine. So I'm gonna sit and think on this one for a while. Maybe there's something else that I end up doing with it. I don't know. But here we go. So if you enjoyed this, and I hope you did, would love to have like, share, subscribe. I appreciate any and all of those that you do. It helps me out quite a bit. And also in the description section below the step outs, or the links to step outs, are links to connect with me if you wish to. If you enjoy my video, then you will for sure enjoy doing an online class. I have both free and paid, mostly free. Once a week, I do a free thing on Thursday, 2 times on Thursday, and it's great fun. So, would love to have you join us. Information is in the description section. Check out my website, ways to connect with me. They're all there. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.